Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my next film reaction. This is Psycho. This has been requested by one of my patrons on the Supreme Commander tier, so thank you so much. A little bit different, but I'm excited. It's got 8.5 on IMDb, that's high. I can't read that word that says, when, I've never even heard, Larkinus? I don't even know what that means. You'll have to let me know. Real estate clerk Marion Crane goes on the lam. What does that mean? On the lam with a wad of cash and hopes of starting a new life. She ends up at the notorious Bates Motel, where manager Norman Bates cares for his housebound mother. Right. Goes on the lam with a wad of cash. So she's trying to get a new life and she ends up at his place. So Psycho, I mean it says it's a horror. Psycho is a film I've heard of, but I've obviously never watched it or I wouldn't be doing this. I want to say, isn't there like a TV show that's like based on it or something? Like, isn't there a show called like Bates Motel or something? I could be completely wrong. I don't know how this is going to go. I assume it's a classic. It's Alfred Hitchcock, who I don't think I've seen anything else of his. Is this going to be really terrifying? If you're interested in the full length, it's over on Patreon. Let's go. I'm really nervous. I'm excited because it looks good. But when I've got my headphones in as well, this is going to be terrifying. Oh no, I want to cry already.
You never did eat your lunch, did you?
I better get back to the office. These extended lunch hours give my boss excess acid.
Why don't you call your boss and tell him you're taking the rest of the afternoon off? A couple of years and my debts will be paid off. If she remarries, the alimony stops.
I haven't even been married once yet.
Yeah, but when you do, you'll swing.
Oh, Sam, let's get married.
Why are they having to keep it a secret? He's divorced.
Wow. As hot as fresh milk. Hey, you girls ought to get your boss to air condition you up. He can afford it today.
Marion, will you get the copies of that deed ready for Mr. Cassidy?
Tomorrow's the day, my sweet little girl. Sometimes I can keep my mouth shut. Lowry, I am dying of thirsteroni.
I don't even want it in the office over the weekend. Put it in the safe deposit box in the bank, and we'll get him to give us a check on Monday instead.
It's just because it's fallen in the timing of her wanting to escape anyway. Now she's got this money temptation. I couldn't do it. I have too much of a guilty conscience. No, look how creepy that looks.
Dirty night.
You have a vacancy?
Oh, we have 12 vacancies. 12 cabins, 12 vacancies.
Well, that
They,
I'd be like,
they moved
see
away the
ya.
highway.
Oh, I thought I'd gotten off the main road.
You're not really going to go out again and drive up to the diner, are you?
No.
Well, then would you do me a favor? Would you have dinner with me? I was just about to myself. You know, nothing special, just sandwiches and milk, but I'd like it very much if you'd come up to the house. I don't set a fancy table, but the kitchen...
He reminds me of Andrew Garfield.
Please.
And then what? After supper, music, whispers?
Mother, she's just a stranger. She's hungry and it's raining out.
Mother, she's just a stranger. As if men don't desire strangers. As if... Oh, I refuse to speak of disgusting things because they disgust me.
A few years ago, Mother met this man, and he talked her into building this motel. He could have talked her into anything. And when he died, too, it was just too great a shock for her. And the way he died. I guess it's nothing to talk about while you're eating. Anyway,
He
it
killed
was
him.
just too great a loss for her.
The minute I saw him go back there, I honestly would leave. My gut would be like, go. No, no, no. No, no. Oh. No. It's the mother. I thought he was going to be the psycho. Oh, bless him. Oh, I really liked Marion, was it? Why do I feel like he's maybe done this before? Pick up for his mother. Mate, there's $40,000 in there. That's horrifying, isn't it? The thought of someone's life just going like that. Of all the hotels, he's actually reached this one.
Get the date somewhere.
There's nobody.
I have a sample of her handwriting. Oh, yes. Here we are. Marie Samuels. That's an interesting address.
Is that her?
Yeah, I think so. Marie, Marion, Samuels. Your boyfriend's name is Sam.
You need some backup, mate. Honestly, I've never felt the creeps in a film as much as I have watching this. So he finds it funny that Marion's dead. I thought he was nice.
Sam, he said an hour or less.
It's been 3.
Well, are we just going to sit here and wait?
He'll be back. Let's sit still and hang on. Okay.
she's the psycho.
And he didn't come back? He didn't see the mother?
Your detective told you he couldn't come right back because he was going to question Norman Bates's mother, right?
Yes.
Norman Bates's mother has been dead and buried in Green Lawn Cemetery for the past 10 years.
I helped Norman pick out the dress she was buried in. Periwinkle blue.
It ain't only local history, Sam. It's the only case of murder and suicide on Fairvale ledgers.
I assume this house is an actual location. It's not a set. So if someone could let me know, please, where it's actually set.
You look frightened. Have I been saying something frightening?
I don't know what you've been saying.
I've been talking about your mother, about your motel. How are you going to do it?
Do what?
Buy a new one? In a new town where you won't have to hide your mother?
Is he actually going to save the girl, though? That's the thing. No, don't go down. No.
Mrs. Bates.
She's dead. Oh my
Well, if
God.
anyone gets any answers, it'll be the psychiatrist. Even I couldn't get to Norman. He knows me. You warm enough, miss?
Yes.
Did he talk to you? No. I got the whole story, but not from Norman. I got it from his mother. At times, he could be both personalities, carry on conversations. At other times, the mother half took over completely.
Recordings?
He was never all Norman, but he was often only mother.
They're probably watching me. Well, let them. Let them see what kind of a person I am. I'm not even going to swat that fly. I hope they are watching. They'll see. They'll see and they'll know. And they'll say, why, she wouldn't even harm a fly.
I didn't even make notes. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. I don't know how you guys know what is going to make me happy, but you just do. Now I see why that's got such a high rating on IMDb. Guys, it was a horror, it was a thriller, it was everything I like. Horrors and thrillers scare me, but when they're done well, they're so good. Like, what? Is that the best horror I've ever seen? I think so. Like, it's really interesting because obviously, like, I'm new to this, like, 60s, 70s era, and was it Whatever Happened to Baby Jane? Loved. Creepy, thriller. It wasn't horror, but it was really, really different, and it was in black and white. I'm sorry, but like the horrors I see nowadays, I mean, I haven't watched a modern horror for a very long time. But you're telling me, like, sorry, that was just so good. It was so good. So there was a moment during that film that I thought, maybe he's dressing up as his mum. And then I just like got rid of the thought because I was like, no, that's ridiculous. Oh my gosh, I need to do research into these actors and actresses. Every single actor was incredible. The person who played Norman Bates, but I wonder if after that, like if I saw him walking in the street, even though I knew he was playing a role, I'd be terrified of him. This idea at the end that, so he genuinely believes he's half his mother. Like, So when he was initially running into that house when Lila was in there, was he actually initially running in to help her and then he becomes his mother? So when Marion died, does he actually forget that does he actually believe it wasn't him that did it, it was his mother? That shot when we were in the house and the camera like curved up and we were looking down, so the first time when the detective was coming in and he got stabbed, that shot, oh my God, it just terrified me. I'd be so interested to look back now and have a look at them and see if I can actually see that it's Norman Bates and not his mother. They did a shot where when the detective had been stabbed, he was falling down the stairs. How was that done? Everything about Norman Bates, his mannerism, like when he first came on screen, I just thought, oh, he's such a nice guy. And then towards the end when he was talking to Sam, like you could see his jaw clenching, he was tapping. Oh my gosh. Do you know what else I liked about that? That there was a resolution. I liked that he got caught. I really liked the character of Marion. And I think it's a really interesting concept because they were talking about like being in the trap and, you know, we all have these pockets of our lives and our lives sometimes overlap. And this idea that she'd worked at that company for 10 years and on the whim she was just going to find Samuel. And look what happened. And I mentioned it during it, but like karma, or however you want to look at it, that actually the grass isn't always greener, and actually is that a lesson to just stay in your lane and just all of those things. Oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. I cannot even tell you. I cannot even tell you how good that was. Well, you saw it. I don't need to tell you, do I? If you're able to answer any of my questions, I'd really appreciate it. I'd love to know the response at the time. You know, was that, I mean, I would like to think that there had been nothing else like that at the time. Oh my gosh, thank you. You know who you are who suggested that on Supreme Commander. I do also just want to say I have been having messages from people like, oh yeah, you can do like certain films, but I only do them if you are on the Supreme Commander tier because that is what you pay for. So I appreciate your suggestions with films, but my priorities are those that are coming in from those on Patreon. So I've got another one coming up soon that is completely different. I am personally starting the Bond films, that's my decision, and obviously Star Wars will carry on, but any other films around that will just come from the Supreme Commander tier. And this is why I have it, because look at these films that I'm discovering that I just never knew before. I just love it. I don't think I could do loads of these films in a row. Is there even a horror that's better than that? Don't know. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I've probably missed out. Oh, the music, incredible. Yeah, if you're able to answer any of my questions, if you're able to give me any info, I'd really appreciate it. I will definitely go and look into these actors. I don't know the name of the person that played Norman Bates. Really reminded me of Andrew Garfield. It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. So thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you did enjoy, and I will see you very soon for my next film reaction.